Hi there, vinyl community. Welcome. Different video. I'm gonna do a list video, uh, sort of jumping in on kind of, you know, what is it? Funk soul from the 70s and the 80s. There's a couple of videos from that floating around. This is not a response to that particular thread, but what I do have is 10 records that I picked up at thrift stores throughout the years. And I'm going to show you a lot more, but the focus on this video is 10 um, funk soul records that I picked up at thrift stores over the last 10 years. Because in September this year, it'll be 10 years that I'm part of the vinyl community, and it's also around that time that I'm doing the thrifting for 10 years. So yeah, I might work slowly towards September and make a 10-year anniversary video maybe someday in the future, in September, obviously. Anyway, I got 10 records of my favorite funk and soul finds of the last 10 years. And these are not like I picked this up in the first year and this in the second year. No, I don't know which year I picked it up. I only know that these are thrift finds. First record, I could have shown like 5 or 6 records from this artist because this particular record was part of a haul that had a lot of his records. And I was stoked. And this is, it's one of my favorites from his. So I decided to choose this one. Curtis Mayfield, Curtis. This is his debut solo album. It's original American press, gatefold. Comes with the original Curtis inner sleeve. Yeah, I found this particular record among a bunch of other Curtis Mayfield records. Some of them US presses, some of them European presses. But I was so stoked to find this. Right now, you don't find Curtis Mayfield at thrift stores anymore. It's a shame. But I was lucky. That's all I can say. So yeah, one lucky find. The next one, I picked this up on a hunch, not knowing exactly what it was. It looked cool. It looked cool. Not full. It looked cool. And I heard everywhere around me like, "Hey, that's a pretty rare record. It's amazing." And it is. It's more soul. It's not funk. But it's The Flirtations, and sounds like The Flirtations. This came out in 1969. This is the UK pressing on Duran. And I found this. It was, I guess, $1. I don't know. Most of these were around $1. But this was something, I might have expected a little bit too much from it, but I really, really love it. And that cover is just amazing. The Flirtations. Then a record that I picked up because it looked so silly. It looked so freaking silly. And when I played it, I was like, oh my God, this is actually really, really good. Mid-80s electro funk. I love that stuff. I love 80s electro funk. Excuse me. It's Griffin. It's actually, I think his name is Rick, is it? No, it's Reggie. Reggie Griffin. But he goes under the name Griffin here, and this one is called Hot Fingers. It's on the label Q West, which is Quincy Jones's label. And it is a killer album. He looks, I don't know, like a bad 80s soul artist, but he's not. It's not bad. This is funky electro. This is pretty cool electro funk. So if you do see this, pick it up. It's really, really good. I'm not gonna be looking for who is on here as well, but it is really, really good. Then this and another record that I'm going to show you later on, which is also in this top 10. I found them both at one time, and I was floored. Not particularly with this record. I really love this record. I love the sleeve. But the second record that I'm going to show you later on, that was mind-blowing. But this was a cool find. Anyway, this is a honeycomb with soulful tapestry. This one is a die-cut sleeve. Hello. It's got what I think is called a Unipack. Record comes out here, and it's on the amazing Hot Wax label. This is also from the, is it early 70s? I have to look. It doesn't say, but it's distributed by Buddha. But yeah, this is pretty damn good soul music. Texture sleeve, die cut, great shape. What more do you want? Now the next record, I don't know if this precise copy I found at a thrift store, but I did find this particular record at a thrift store, and I did give one copy to a fellow Dutch Fusey member who doesn't make videos anymore. Hasn't made videos in a long time, and too bad. We kind of kept in touch, but not really. So my fault, I guess. But this was an amazing find as well. The Jimmy Castor Bunch. It's Just Begun, from 1972 on, I believe it's a Dynaflex RCA Columbia, RCA Columbia, no, RCA. US pressing. It's a cutout, but amazing. If you hear this, each song you hear a sample, you hear a sound where you go like, oh wow, this has been sampled and this has been sampled. Amazing record. I love the artwork. And the song to really check out is Troglodyte. Just check that one out. And obviously the title track, It's Just Begun. Then a record I picked up on a hunch. The cover was in, and still is, pretty mediocre shape, but the record, oh my god. And I don't know whether or not this should be in the section where it is, the soul and funk section, or in the jazz section, I don't know. Because this could easily be jazz funk, but this is amazing, funky as hell, and I'm so glad I found it. Oliver Sane, Bus Stop. Came out in 1974, if I'm not mistaken, and it's on the Contempo label. And this is just killer instrumental funk, instrumental soul. And I believe this is not an easy record to find, and I've never found anything by Oliver Sane after. It's pretty, torn to pieces, and there's, little stars like, this is a great song, and this is a great song. Yeah, well, don't do that. They're all great songs. But yeah, amazing record. Then a record that is not really amazing, but it's just so cool to have. And that is Richard Roundtree's The Man from Shaft. Not a particularly good record. It's soulful. I was expecting, hey, it's The Man from Shaft, so it's got to be like Isaac Hayes type funky. It's not. It's really soul music, and it's worth picking up because it's cool. It's Richard Roundtree. It's on MGM. It was maybe a record to just cash in on both Shaft and Richard Roundtree's, newfound popularity. But it's a cool record nonetheless, and I'm really glad I found this at a thrift store. Now, an artist that you will not find very often at thrift stores is Ayers. but I did find it twice. This is the only record that I'm going to show you because this is the most amazing one from his, I think, that I found at a thrift store, by the way. Roy Ayers' Ubiquiti with Mystic Voyage from 1975 on Polydor. This is, again, a US pressing. Great funk, great music. It's a little Latin feel to it as well. But yeah, amazing record. We got two more. This is the record that blew me away when I found the Honeycomb record. This one was at that same pile. I picked it up. Wow. Wow, I was blown away. I didn't know what it was when I picked it up, but I discovered that this is a really rare record. Finding it in this condition at a Goodwill, I was lucky. I was so lucky at that time. This is the Soul Searchers with We the People. This is on Sussex. There we are again, like the Honeycomb record, distributed by Buddha Records. They did some really cool stuff, distributing wise, you know. But this is such an amazing funk record. Just amazing. Yeah, the song We the People is already such a great funk song. But yeah, this is one of my favorite funk and soul finds ever. And the last record I'm going to show you is not one of my favorite funk and soul finds ever, but it's a really, really cool one. And it has to do with Roy Ayers, because this is his band, Ubiquiti, but without him in it. He's not in the group. He produced it, but he's not in the group. So it's not called Roy Ayers Ubiquiti anymore. It's basically Ubiquiti. It's called Star Booty. And this is from the late 70s, 1978. And it's got a little bit more of a funky disco flavor, but it is really good nonetheless. On Elektra. Just, again, if you see this, pick it up because it's really, really good. And that is it. It's a short video. Sorry about that. Could have done a little longer and talked a little bit more about these records, but just wanted to get a little quick video out of the way. I'll be doing other genres as well. Yeah. Probably next video will be 60s. We'll see. Anyway, take care, everybody. Hopefully, things will return to normal really soon. Doubt it, but you never know. See you later. Bye-bye.